Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined us today. Check out the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage for easy access to videos to the body area you want to work on, or the amount of time you have for your practice today, or if you want to stay seated or stand more. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget, it's free. And we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore poses to get us moving. You'll only need a chair for today's class, and let's get started. So we're going to take a moment as we move forward in our chair to ground our feet, connect to that heart center, right? Letting go of everything outside of the room. Close the eyes. Begin to feel that natural inhalation and exhalation. Let's make that inhalation a little deeper and that exhalation a little longer. Let's inhale to 4 counts and exhale to 5. Something like this. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Release your hands down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's roll our shoulders forward and up and back and down. And do that again. So just nice shoulder rolls here. Full range of motion for those shoulders. And then we're going to stop and we're going to reverse it. So it should feel good. And let's do that one more time. I don't know about you, but I hear a little crunching going on. All right, very, very good. All right, so we're going to bring our hands to heart. And I want you to think about lifting up long through the spine and opening up through that throat. One more breath here. Now we're going to bring our hands to our thighs, pull our belly button in and round into our cat pose. Tucking the chin, letting the head fall. Now we're going to come into a cow pose and we're going to grab the back of that chair. But remember how we lifted up a long spine and then through the throat? So have that same sensation. And let's do that again. Round down into that cat pose. Don't worry about the breath here. Let's go ahead and lift up into that cow pose again. Grabbing the back of the chair, squeezing the shoulder blades behind, lifting up. Opening up through that chin, feeling that throat open. One more breath, and down we go. And release. Very good. Okay, we're going to move into extended mountain. So we're going to bring our fingertips towards the ceiling. Now, if at any time this bothers your shoulders, just bend your elbows a little bit and that'll take some of the pressure off of those shoulders. Okay, so fingertips to the ceiling. If it feels okay for you, arms are long, belly is tight. Bring your palms together. Interlace your fingers. Pointer finger is up towards the ceiling. Now, we're going to lean our mountain. Now, as you lean, think about keeping the opposite hip down on that chair, so we're not letting that hip hike up. All right, let's come up, and then we're going to go to the other side. And we're going to come up, and let's go ahead and just bring our hands down and take just a little break. Maybe we roll those shoulders again, if that feels good, okay, and reverse it. Okay, so we're going to do that same extended mountain again, but we're going to add a twist here. So let's come back up, fingertips to the ceiling. Belly is tight, shoulders are down. I know my shoulders aren't hiking up into the ears, right? So bring those shoulders down, palms together, interlace fingers, pointer finger is up. Okay, we're going to lean that mountain again. Now, we're just simply going to turn and look up at the ceiling. All right, let's take that twist out. All the way back to the ceiling, our hands go, and then we're going to lean the other way. And then we're going to turn and we're going to look up at the ceiling again. Just adding a little twist here. One more breath. Take the twist out. Go ahead and bring the hands up to the ceiling. Bring them down to your thighs. Okay, very, very good. So I'm going to take my right leg, and I don't know, I'm moving a little closer to the edge of my chair, and I'm going to extend that right leg out. Toes are up to the ceiling. Okay? I'm going to extend my arms up, just like I did a moment ago, into that extended mountain. Now I'm going to bring my hands out towards the wall in front of me. And then I'm going to bring them down towards my foot. So your hands do not have to touch your feet, so don't worry about that. Whatever works for you. All right, let's come up. So what I do want you to think about, though, is the extension. All right, so we're extending up first, belly tight, spine long. Now we're extending out. Try to touch the wall in front of you, and then maintain that extension as you come down. You'll feel a pretty good stretch into that hamstring. We're going to do that again. Up we go. Let's inhale here, and then exhale as you come out and down. And then this final time. Up we go. Inhale, out, and down we go. One more breath here. All right, come up, bend that knee, put the foot on the floor. Now we're going to go to the other side. All right, so extend the opposite leg out, toes to the ceiling. So we have a slight micro bend to the knee, but we're not bending the knee. Does that make sense? Just a little bit of a bend is fine. Extending those arms up towards the ceiling first. So feel that stretch. Belly is tight, right? Extending those hands out towards the wall in front of you, trying to touch. Just stretch as much as you can. Then we're going to bring the hand down towards the leg. So we're just hanging out here for a couple of breaths. A little static pyramid pose. Then we're going to come up and we're going to do that again. Extending nice and long first. Belly stays tight. Out we go with those hands trying to touch the wall in front of you. Then you're going to let those hands come down towards the mat. Or the leg, actually, I should say. All right, now we're going to add a little movement to that. Inhale up. Exhale, touch the wall, and down we go. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, try to touch that wall, and down we go. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale, touch that wall, and down we go. And hang out here a couple more breaths. And release. We're going to bend that knee, put that foot back on the floor, and grab a sip of water. We're going to move into a sun salutation. So we're going to move forward in our chair. Our feet are connected to that earth, and our sits bones are connected and grounded to that chair. Bring your hands to your heart. Okay, so we're going to make that big circle up and around, all the way up to mountain pose, and then we're going to bring our hands to our heart. And let's do that again. All the way up to mountain pose, big circle out and around, and bring your hands to your heart. Okay, so remember, if it's bothering your shoulders to do that, so you're going to leave those elbows bent. You'll make your range of motion a little bit smaller, right? So you'll just be here, and you'll keep those elbows bent. But if you're with me, let's do that again. Hands to heart. Big circle, up we go. There's your inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, big circle around and bring your hands to your heart. Now, are you abdominals tight, right? So we want to pull that belly in. Let's do that again. Big circle, up and around. Follow that your hands with your gaze, if that feels okay on your neck. Up we go on that inhale. Big circle around all the way back to that chair pose. Hands to heart is what I'm trying to say. You kind of see where we're headed though, don't you? Okay, so what we're going to add on next is that forward salute with airplane arms, okay? Follow me. It's easy. Here we go. Hands to heart. Big circle. Up we go to that mountain pose, and we're going to bring our hands to heart. We're going to come back up to mountain pose. Now, pull your belly in, and we're going to dive forward. Our palms are by our side, pushing those fingertips back where the wall and the floor meet, shooting our head forward, stretching out through the spine. Bring your hands to your heart, and we're going to do that again. Big circle. Up we go. Mountain pose. Bring your hands to the heart. Add that breath if you want to. Up we go. Here we go. Dive forward. Forward salute airplane arms. We're stretching out. One more breath. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to add on again. Big circle. Up we go. Bring your hands to your heart. Back to that mountain pose. Don't forget, stretch it up. Now come to that forward salute, airplane arms. Stretch it out. Now we're going to put the fleshy part of our arms on the fleshy part of our legs and let our heart fall forward into a forward fold. Ready? Tuck the chin, roll it up. Bring your hands to your heart. Again, big circle. Up we go. Bring your hands to your heart. Is your belly tight? Up we go. Extending nice and long, stretching out into that forward salute. Airplane arms. Let's come back into that forward fold. Let your heart fall forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Again, here we go. Up we go. Bring your hands to heart. Back up we go to mountain pose. Dive forward into that forward salute. Airplane arms. Move into that forward fold. All right, ready? Here we go. We're going to bring our hands to heart. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to act like we're getting out of the chair, but we're not going to get out. Pull that belly in. Work those abdominals and those quadriceps. One more breath and release. Okay, so how is that feeling? So if you'll notice, we're moving, right? So we're moving today. We're not going to stop and play around and think about it. We are really moving through the sun salutation. So as we get to our chair pose this time, we're going to come up out of the chair. So one thing to think about is you want to have those feet back just a little bit. So if the feet are too far forward, it's pretty difficult to get up out of your chair. So if you bring those feet back, then you press down and you can lift up, okay? So here we go. Bring your hands to heart. Big circle. Up we go. Bring your hands to heart. Back up to mountain pose we go. We're going to forward salute with airplane arms. We're going to stretch. Do that forward fold. Let that heart fall forward. Are we ready? Bring your hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Come into your chair pose. Let's extend those arms out. Let's bring the hands back to heart and sit back down. Big circle. Up we go. Bring your hands to heart. Back up to mountain pose we go. Forward salute airplane arms. We're stretching it out. Go to that forward fold. Let that heart fall forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Chair pose. We're not messing around, are we? Back we go. Big circle. Up we go. Bring your hands to heart. Up we go. Dive forward to that forward salute airplane arms. Here we go to that forward fold. Are we ready for chair pose? Here we go. Take a deep breath in. Come into that chair pose. Okay. We're going to add a twist. So as we twist, if this bothers your back, you're going to stay right here. You're not going to twist. But if you're with me, we're going to twist. So remember, we're stacking our ribs. So your top rib cage is on top, that bottom rib cage is on bottom, and these knees are square. So what tends to happen is those hips tend to want to help, right? So here this knee is all the way around. My ribs are all messed up. That's not what we want to have happen. We want all the work to happen right at those ribs. So we're twisting. My ear is towards the floor. This knee is back. Let's bring that center and let's twist to the other side. We're hanging out here. Are you feeling your quadriceps working pretty hard? I know. Belly tight. Our heart is lifted. Let's come back to chair pose, and then we're going to have a seat. All right, let's do that again. Here we go. Big circle. Up we go. Mountain pose. Bring your hands to your heart. We have one more thing to add on. Up we go. Forward salute. Airplane arms. Stretch. Forward fold. Let that heart fall forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Press up into your chair pose. Or your hips back. Or your knees behind your toes. Can you wiggle your toes? Take a deep breath in, and we're going to twist. We're going to come center. And we're going to twist the other way. Listen to my voice. We're going to come center. Now, twist the other way again. Make sure the ribs is where the action's happening. Make sure this knee is back behind. And then we're going to open up into that full, I call it the wingspan, opening the wingspan. So this arm is on the outside of this leg, and I'm pressing just to give myself a little more twist to open. One more breath. Bring your hands to heart. Bring that the twist back centered. We're going to twist the other way. We're going to open it up. We're hanging out here and we're breathing. Are your knees square? Are your ribs stacked? One more breath. Bring the hands back to heart. Bring the twist out. Have a seat. Ha! All right, good work, everybody. Let's grab a sip of water. We're going to move into a warrior series. So we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it wide, and we're going to let our left knee fall straight down towards the floor. Bring your hands to heart. You're looking over your front knee. All right. From here, we're going to extend our arms up to the ceiling. Remember, you can always leave your elbows bent if that feels better. Then we're going to windmill and we're going to face forward. There's your warrior 2. We're going to bring that arm down and around, back up to that warrior 1. And then we're going to move back to that warrior 2 again. Let's bring that hand back down and up we go. And we're going to come back to that warrior 2. And up we go, and bring your hands down to the heart. Down to your chair. Okay, so we're going to add on to this side a little bit before we go to the other side. So now we're going to add a little bit of leg movement. So as I'm here in my warrior 1, I'm going to push my foot back just a little bit. Here I am in my warrior 1. Then when I move to my warrior 2, see what's happening to my legs? I'm extending this leg out and I'm up on those toes. And then I'm coming back to that warrior 1 and I'm going to bend that knee. And then I'm going to come back to that warrior 2. Okay? So let's give that one a try and see what we think. So first of all, we're going to start. Take this knee down towards the floor and maybe push the foot back just a little bit. You're going to start up on those toes. Okay? Bring your hands to your heart. Let's extend our arms up to that warrior 1. Now we're going to move to that warrior 2 and see how my leg is nice and long now. Here I am in my warrior 2. And then I'm going to bring this arm down and around. I'm going to come back to that warrior 1. And then I'm going to move into that warrior 2. Let's do that one more time. Up we go into warrior 1. Let's move to that warrior 2. Now I'm going to flip this front palm up and back into my reversed warrior. We're going to go back to that warrior 2. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. One more breath. Let's release. And let's do the other side just like that before we add on, okay? All right, so we're going to take this left knee now, and I'm going to open it wide with my right knee going towards the floor. And I'm going to go ahead and push that foot back just a little bit, but not a lot. We're going to add more here in just a minute. Let's start here, up into that warrior 1. And then we're going to move to that warrior 2. So don't worry about the legs right now. Just leave them right where they are. Ready? Up we go into that warrior 1. Inhale here. Exhale into that warrior 2. Let's do that again. Up we go into that warrior 1. And then we're going to move to that warrior 2. Beautiful. All right, bring the hands back down. Now, let's extend that leg a little bit longer behind us. And then we're going to add the leg in, okay? So we're going to go to that warrior 1 first. Notice that my knee's a little bit bent here. Now, as we come into that warrior 2, I'm straightening my leg, and I'm up on the side of that foot. Ready? Let's come down into that warrior 1 again. Inhale. Exhale into your warrior 2. Down and around into that warrior 1. We're going to move back to that warrior 2, and let's reverse that warrior. Flip that palm up and back. Feel that stretch. Back to that warrior 2. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. One more breath and face forward. So it's a little deeper pose, right? So we're going to add a side angle to that. And I'm going to go just to that second version. Now, if you want to keep the knee straight to the floor, that's fine. But if you want to come with me, then I'm going to do the version with my leg extended, okay? So let's start with that right knee. We're going to open it wide. That left knee is going to fall down, and then I'm going to push that foot back just a little bit. Bring your hands to your heart, all right? Fingertips to ceiling for the full extension. Here is our warrior one, and we're going to move to that warrior two. Let's go ahead and reverse our warrior up and back. So we're going to do a little flow here. And then we're going to come to our side angle pose. So the fleshy part of this arm is on the fleshy part of the leg. Palm is facing up. Extend that arm out. Now this hand, let's go ahead and place it on our waist and lift our heart just a little bit. And then extend. We're going to do one more add-on right now. We're going to bring that bicep by that ear. Oh yeah, how's that feel? All right, let's open back up and come back into that warrior two. We're going to bring that arm down and around into our warrior one. Inhale here. Exhale, move back into that warrior two. Let's go back to that side angle pose and bring that bicep by that ear. And we're going to come back into that warrior two. And we're going to come around to our warrior one. Back to our warrior two. Side angle pose with that bicep by ear, if that feels okay for you. Back to that warrior two. Let's reverse our warrior up and back. Back we go to that warrior two. One more breath and release. Did I go too fast for you? So that's the idea today. We're moving, right? So hopefully I'm going through it enough times that you're kind of getting it, but we are moving a little faster than sometimes we do in our poses. Okay, let's do the other side. Here we go. We're going to open and let this knee fall down first. Push the foot back behind you. Bring your hands to your heart. All right, are we ready? Extending those arms up to the ceiling. Here we are in a warrior one pose. Now we're going to windmill around to that warrior two. Down and around that arm goes, back up to that warrior one. Then we're going to move back around to that warrior two. And then we're going to come down and around back to that warrior one. We're going to move back to that warrior two. Let's go ahead and flip our front palm up and reverse our warrior. Back to your warrior two. Now we're going to come into side angle pose. So this is the arm that's going to come down by that, on that thigh, palm is facing up. Let's take the hand that's in the air, place it on our waist and lift our heart. So the idea is you want to really be lifted through the heart. So I'm not here, I'm lifted. Let's extend that arm. And then we're going to bring bicep by ear. And then we're going to come back into that warrior two. And then down to the warrior one. And then back to that warrior two. And side angle pose. Bring bicep by ear. Back to your warrior two. Down to the warrior one. Back to the warrior two. Side angle pose, bicep by ear if you want. Back to that warrior two. One more breath and release. Okay, how's everybody doing? We only have one more thing to add on. So you know that you don't have to add on, right? So you can keep doing any of the versions that we've done, or you can add on this final piece. Okay, here we go. Right knee comes open, left knee down towards the floor. Push the foot back, bring your hands to heart. Let's extend those arms up for that warrior one. We're going to move into, I'm going to move a little further edge to the edge of my chair. Move into that warrior two. Ready? Here we go. Back to that warrior one. And to that warrior two. Can we do that again? Back to warrior one. Move to warrior two. Ready for side angle? Side angle pose. We're going to bring our bicep by ear. Now we're going to bring that arm back out, and this final add-on, you're going to take this wrist and bring it down by your ankle. Oh my goodness. One more breath. Press back to that warrior two. Back to your warrior one. And to your warrior two. Side angle pose. Do you want to add bicep by ear? Let's bring that arm back out and let that opposite hand fall down. Pressing back up into warrior two. One more time. We've got this. Up to warrior one. Back to warrior two. Side angle pose. Wrist by ankle. Back to warrior two. And release. All right, we got to do the other side, though. This is it. This is the last thing. And then we're moving on to another series. Okay, here we go. Open that left knee, right knee falls towards the floor. I know, we're moving, aren't we? You're like, I don't know what we're doing, Carol. Just hang with me. Here we go. Extending those arms to that warrior one. You know what? I'm going to already move towards the edge of my chair. I was too close in. Here we go. I needed to move a little closer to the edge of my chair. Let's get to that warrior two. Any adjustments you need to make, this is a great time to make them. Are we ready? Down and around to that warrior one. Let's go back to that warrior two. Down and around to that warrior one. And back to that warrior two. Are we ready for side angle? Here we go. Side angle. Let's go ahead and bring that arm across, extended side angle. Now, bring that arm back out, and then we're going to let that wrist fall down by that ankle. Are we ready? Press back to that warrior two. Let's do that again. Warrior one. Two, warrior two. Side angle pose. Bring that arm out and open that wingspan. Press it up. Down to that warrior one. Back to your warrior two. Side angle pose. Open it up. One more breath. Back to warrior two. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. Activate that upper body. And release. Go ahead and have a seat. Wow. Did y'all feel that? I did. Okay. So the next series is really for those abdominals. And these are called good mornings. So we're going to move forward in our chair. And I want you to go ahead and lean back all the way and touch the chair and cross your arms at your chest. Now your knees are bent and your feet are on the floor. We're going to take a deep breath in, and on an exhale, we're going to come up into a seated position. Now, as you come back, I don't want you to relax. So you can touch the chair, but don't rest. And then up we go. So you're only using your abdominals here. And back we go. And up we go. Now you want to add the breath. It's an inhale back and an exhale up. Keep going. And up we go. So remember, we're touching the back of the chair, but we're not resting. Back we go and up. We have one more like this. Back we go and up. Okay, and release. Okay, that's a great version, and you can stick with it. If you want to do the add-on, the next add-on, we're going to bring our hands behind our head. So it's the same thing. We're going to come back. Don't touch, well, you can touch, but don't rest, and up we go. And back we go, building into a little bit of heat into those abdominals, and up we go. And back, that's your inhale. If you want to add that breath, exhale as you come up. Otherwise, just don't hold your breath, right? If you don't want to add the yoga breath, don't hold your breath. Just breathe naturally. Up we go. We have two more. Down. And up. And down. And up. Okay, bring the hands down. Did you feel the difference there, right? It's quite a bit of difference in having the hands behind the head. Okay, so the final add-on, if you want to do it, is we're going to extend those legs long. So it changes everything. So if you want to start here, let's all just do a few here, kind of get how it feels, and then we'll do, so down we go, and up. Those feet stay down. So we're not letting those feet come up off the floor. So what happens if the feet come up, keep going, it's just the hips and the hip flexors are trying to help. They're super strong and they want to give you a hand. We don't want to make all the work be right here in those abdominals. All right, are we ready? You want to try the hands behind the head? Back we go. And up we go. And back we go. And up. Are you keeping those feet down? I know. They want us to come up. I know they do. Don't let them. And up. Keep those elbows back as well. Right? And I'm not pulling on my head, right? My hands are just kind of resting there. My head is not even, you're just touching, right? It's not like I'm pulling on my head. Don't pull on that neck. In fact, if you want to just bring the hands here by your ears, then you know for sure you're not pulling on that neck. Can we do 2 more? Oh, we've got this. I know we do. We got 1 more. All right. Very, very good. Go ahead and bring your hands down and take just a little break here. So the next thing we're going to do is it's called rowing the boat. No, we're not doing boat pose. It's called crisscross. So it's the same idea of, working into those oblique muscles. So I'm going to bring my hands behind my head, and I'm going to bring, my knees are bent and my feet are on the floor. I'm going to take this elbow and I'm going to cross over and I'm going to touch that knee, and then I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to do the other side. So I'm crossing and I'm touching the knee, and then I'm coming up. So if this doesn't feel good for you, for your back, don't do it, right? Cross and touch and up. Maybe you're here. Maybe that feels a little bit better for you, right? Your choice. Kind of pick that arm placement that works for you. Keep going. We got a few more. So we're crossing, touching, and up, and crossing and touching and up. Cross, touch, back we go, and release. Okay, so the final add-on, if you so desire, is you're going to extend those legs long. Okay, here we go. So it's just a little extra add-on, twist and down. Elbow comes to that bent knee, and then you extend the leg down. Elbow to bent knee and down. You should be feeling this by now. Abdominals are really working hard. Your oblique muscles are working hard, those side waist muscles, right? And down. Keep going. And down. Twist it. And down. 2 more on each side, though. I know. When I say 2, it's usually 4, because we can do both sides. Last one, last time. Here we go. Last one, last side. And release. Go ahead and bend the knees. Go ahead and come back into your chair, and let's grab a sip of water. We're going to move into seated star pose. So we're going to start with just the legs and kind of get the feeling of that. So we're going to heel toe our feet just a couple of times wide. Knees are going to stay bent. Now, I'm moving forward in my chair. You can hold on to that chair if you want to, and we're just going to extend the legs out, and then we're going to bend the knees in. So remember, abdominals are really tight here. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. 1 more. Extend and bend. Okay, so now we're going to add the arms onto that before we add additional legs. Okay, so remember, lifting up nice and tall, shoulders are down, belly is tight. We're going to extend the legs out, and then our arms are going to go up into, this is a seated star pose. And then we're going to come down, and then we're going to open, and down, and open, and down. 1 more. Open, and down, and take a little break. Okay, so go ahead and bring those knees together. So now, the add-on for this is, instead of our legs going to start here, our legs are going to start here. So let's just do the legs first. If you want to hold on to that chair, go for it. So they're starting with the knees together, and then we're going to come out and in. You feel the difference, right? It's pretty significant. And out and in. Are you pulling that belly in and out? And in. 1 more. And out. And in. Okay. Are we ready to add the arms? Let's do it. Out. In. Out. In. Belly tight. Out. In. Try to make it a fluid movement. Out. In. out, in, out, in, out, in. One more. We've got this. Out and in. How'd that feel, right? We're going to move into a leaning mountain with a twist. Let's extend our hands towards the ceiling for that extended mountain. And we're going to take our right hand down to the chair. We're going to lengthen up, try to touch the ceiling, and then we're going to lean our mountain. Now, as we bring this hand up towards the ceiling, I want you to turn and look up. We're going to bring that hand over as we lean our mountain again. Take your hand towards the ceiling, turn and look up. Then we're going to do that one final time. Turn and look up. Bring that hand down, and let's go to the other side. Okay, so let's start in our extended mountain. Bring the other hand down to the chair. Lengthen first. Then we're going to lean our mountain. And then we're going to turn and look up at the ceiling. And lean your mountain. And turn and look up at the ceiling. And lean that mountain. Look up at the ceiling. Bring your hands down and release. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing. The only difference is instead of that hand on the chair for support, we're just going to let that hand come down by our side. So we've got to really work your abdominals and your side waist to give yourself that support that we did have with the hand being on the chair. Let's start an extended mountain. Ready? Let's bring that right hand down, but we're not going to touch the chair. Extend that left hand to the ceiling. Now we're going to lean. Keep this hip down. Let's come up and look up at the ceiling. And lean that mountain. Turn and look up at the ceiling. Do you feel the difference? Lean that mountain. Remember, you can always put that hand back on the chair if that feels better. Twist and look up. We got one more. Lean. Twist and look up. And release. Straight to the other side. Extended mountain. Left hand comes down. Right hand extends. Let's lean. And look up at that ceiling. And lean. And up and look at the ceiling. Down we go. Up we go. Last one. And up. Is your belly tight? And release. Wow, right? Are you pulling that belly in super tight? I know, me too. So I'm going to move a little bit forward in my chair. And I'm not going to hold on to my chair. I'm going to bring my hands to my heart. I'm going to lift my right knee up. Flex the foot. Push that foot out in front of you. Place the heel on the floor. Lengthen the hands to the ceiling. Bring them forward and walk your hand down the leg. And then up we go. Bring your hands back to heart. Bend the knee, put the foot on the floor. Bend that knee, bend the knee up, flex the foot, extend that leg. Put the foot on the floor, lengthen through the spine, and then walk the hands down the leg. One more breath. Come up, bend the knee, put the foot on the floor. Same leg, bring it up. Flex, push, place the heel on the floor, lengthen through the spine, walk the hands down the leg. Keeping the back flat, looking beyond those toes, feeling that stretch, and up we go. Let's do the other side. Hands to heart, bring that knee up, flex, push through that heel, hold that leg up, pull that belly in, don't lean back. Place the heel on the floor, lengthen through the spine, walk your hands down the leg. Feel that stretch in that hamstring, looking beyond those toes, keeping that back flat. And up we go. Bend the knee. Hands to heart. Extend. Foot down. Lengthen. Walk your hands down that leg. All right, bend the knee. Hands to heart. Bring that knee up. Flex the foot. Extend. Place the foot down. Lengthen through the spine. And walk those hands down that leg. One more breath. All right. So now I'm going to take my right ankle and I'm just going to lay it here on my left leg. Now, if this doesn't feel good for you, you can always cross ankle to ankle. Okay, it's fine. Okay, I'm just going to lengthen through my spine and I'm going to begin to let my heart fall forward. So a little stretch for the hip glute area back here. You feel that? All right, let's go ahead and come up and then let's rock our baby. Okay, place the leg down, lengthen through the spine, place the elbow there, chin on those fingers and press gently. If you like that version, smile. And up we go and rock your baby. Okay, and let's do one final version. I don't care, whatever you like to do. Just feel that stretch. Maybe you like the version that the arms come out and down. It's always a good version. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just feel the stretch. All right, let's go to the other side. So maybe we just hang out here. You know, you could be great. This could be what you need right here, and that's fine. If you want a little more, you're going to lengthen through the spine and begin to let that heart fall forward. All right, let's come up and rock our baby. And put that leg down. This time I'm going to put my elbow here on that in front of the knee, and my chin is going to press down on those fingers. And up I go. And rock our baby. And the final version. Either of those two, but if you like the one with your arms come out and down, that's a good version. This is my favorite right here. I'm just going to stick with this one. One more breath. All right, go ahead and come up. We made it. Yay. Go ahead and sit back in your chair. You can lean back. Place those hands lightly on the thighs, flipping the palms up if that feels okay. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead and close your eyes.
Best day yet. Today is your best day yet. And with the way you live today, you can make tomorrow even better. Every moment, the richness of your experience accumulates, and you can make use of that existing richness to create additional richness. Yes, life has its problems and always will. Yet the very existence of those problems presupposes an underlying and persistent goodness that cannot be denied. Remind yourself of all the goodness that's much too easy to take for granted. Let your appreciation for life inspire you to new heights of creativity, compassion, understanding, and love. Here you are right now, at the potent intersection of experience and possibilities. You know that choices have brought you here, and you can utilize that precise wisdom going forward. No matter what has happened or failed to happen, in a very real way, this is your best day yet. And now is when you can make the most of its treasure.
Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up at the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up at the hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that opposite hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. Click on that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.